Are you feeling burned out? Not because of physical work, but because you have a mind that never wants to stop. You are stuck in an endless loop of racing thoughts. In psychology, we call this overthinking. But let's look at the truth. Overthinking is not just thinking too much. It is when analysis goes beyond what is needed, and your own thinking turns around and attacks you. It wears down your spirit, drains your energy, and takes away your control over your own mind. Forget advice like just stop thinking. This video will break down exactly how overthinking is destroying your brain from the inside. And watch until the end, because I will show you the real way to take back control of your thoughts. It is a very familiar approach, but most people are using it the wrong way, and without realizing it, they push themselves even deeper into this messy loop. I'm Apex. Welcome back to the journey of decoding the mind. Let's start with the most common signs of someone being ruled by overthinking. Sign 1. Have you ever had a random comment, a quick glance, or one tiny action from a coworker, friend, or family member turn into a sentence that keeps you awake all night? You replay every detail again and again, trying to decode a hidden message that, very likely, may not even exist. Sign 2. Think back to the nights before an important event, a presentation, an interview, or an early flight. Instead of resting and recharging, your brain automatically switches on disaster simulation mode. You stay up all night preparing for dozens of worst-case scenarios. Then the next morning, when things do not go smoothly because you are too exhausted, you spend the rest of the day punishing yourself, beating yourself up with the question, why didn't I just close my eyes last night? Sign 3. You are someone who craves knowledge. You read tons of self-development books, consume stacks of research materials, and carry a huge treasure chest of ideas in your head. But when you step into the real world, you become completely frozen. Procrastination takes the throne. Your life and work stay stuck in the same place, wandering around in a maze of perfect plans on paper that never get carried out. This is called analysis paralysis. Sign 4. You may lie in bed for a full 8 hours, but your sleep quality is in serious trouble. Your sleep is light, broken, and full of stressful dreams. As a result, even after sleeping a lot, you still wake up with a heavy body, a mind drained of dopamine, and a state of chronic sleep deprivation. Sign 5. The ability to overinterpret endlessly. From a text that only says okay or a punctuation mark placed in the wrong spot, your brain can instantly weave a 10-chapter psychological novel titled, What Are They Hiding From Me? You analyze every micro-behavior from other people and attach negative meanings to them about your own self-worth. Sign 6. You also try journaling, but after writing, you never read it again, and then you quit altogether. You also try meditating, but the more you sit, the faster your brain runs, and you cannot hold it back. And then, in the end, you start building the habit of using alcohol to fall asleep more easily, or you begin needing sleeping pills. Does that sound familiar? If your mind just answered yes, leave a comment to confirm it. Admission is the first step in bringing hidden emotional pressure out of the subconscious and into the light of conscious awareness. Honestly, no one is immune to overthinking. Even I, someone who can keep a cool head under business pressure and complex media projects, recently fell into this trap when facing conflict in core relationships. My automatic defense mechanism kicked in, trapping me inside endless questions and leading to a straight-line result, ongoing insomnia and the draining of mental energy. I'm sharing this so you understand, overthinking is not a personality flaw. In evolutionary psychology, the ability to analyze threats is exactly what helped humans survive. A little anxiety is necessary. In fact, only mindfulness masters who have trained for decades can fully control the flow of their own awareness. However, why has this syndrome become a global psychological epidemic in today's world? Why are young people becoming mentally exhausted so early? Let's take a step back into history. About 100 years ago, the Industrial Revolution completely changed our biological rhythm. Instead of living by the cycle of nature, humans were thrown into systems of competition, pressure to be productive, and constant hustle. Our nervous system was never designed for that kind of long-term stress, but we were forced to adapt. But that was only the warm-up. The real shock to the brain happened when we entered the information age. If you are part of the generation that grew up with the internet, understand this. Your brain has been bombarded with information since it was still developing. And the most dangerous thing we are facing is short-form content. Videos under 1 minute on social media platforms. These algorithms are designed to force your brain to get addicted. They use intense music and flashing images to hit the dopamine center, the brain's source of excitement and pleasure. Imagine it like this. Every time you scroll on your phone, your brain has to process a new stream of information. You scroll through hundreds of videos, and your brain has to activate hundreds of thousands of different neural connections in a short amount of time. On the outside, it looks like you are sitting still, with only your thumb moving. But on the inside, your brain is overloaded, constantly having to swerve to chase that heavy stream of data. In the long run, this creates a hypersensitivity syndrome. When you put down your phone and step into the real world, a world that is naturally much quieter, your brain refuses to stop. It is still hungry for data. So what is the result? All it takes is one small thing in real life, like your boss frowning once, or a text message that does not get answered, and your brain will automatically blow that problem up. It makes its own assumptions, creates its own anxiety, and builds a never-ending storm of thoughts. That is the core answer to why we are losing more and more control over our own minds. Our brain, an organ that uses up to 20% of the body's total calories, even though it only makes up 2% of our body weight, is being forced to run at maximum speed without us even realizing it. So it is no surprise that people with overthinking often feel sluggish, drained of life, stuck in brain fog, and tend to have intense cravings for foods high in refined sugar, like soda and snacks, around 3 or 4 in the afternoon. That is the cry for help from a nervous system that is running out of energy. But the physical cost is only the tip of the iceberg. The most dangerous damage happens in the mind. Let's make one thing clear. Logical thinking and critical thinking are some of the greatest gifts of evolution. But overthinking takes our ability to think and points it toward things we usually cannot control or influence. The 3 most common ones are, first, regret over things that already happened. Second, anxiety and fear about things that have not happened yet. Third, worrying and obsessing over other people's thoughts and behavior. Because of that, overthinking can leave serious damage to mental health in the long run, and over time, it only gets heavier. Because the brain keeps trying to solve these problems with no answers, that feeling of being stuck slowly turns into deep psychological wounds. If this continues for many years, it can build up into serious disorders such as generalized anxiety disorder, also known as GAD, chronic stress, depression, bipolar disorder, and it can even become a foundation for cracks in a person's perception of reality. This is not fear-mongering. It is the direct result of forcing a biological organ to function the wrong way for a long period of time. That is exactly why, after noticing this erosion of our thinking ability, great minds like Elon Musk have publicly said that fast content platforms are slowly destroying people's ability to focus and even human civilization itself. But we cannot keep blaming the algorithm forever. If the root cause is that the brain is overloaded by a non-stop stream of information, then the key to escaping it is to set up a filter for your own mind. This is where we need thinking tools to guide our thoughts and take back control. In reality, there are many methods for training awareness and emotional stability. However, I will share with you the 2 most practical and easiest tools to support you right now when racing thoughts are wearing you out. Tool 1, cognitive externalization, or simply writing your thoughts down on paper. I know when you hear this, you might be skeptical. I already tried journaling. After writing, I felt even more confused, and it did not solve anything. That is completely true. Most people fail because they use the page like an emotional trash can, dumping all their anger and anxiety into it, then closing the notebook. That is not therapy. That is just moving stress from the brain onto the page. The way someone who masters their mind does it is write to restructure, also called cognitive restructuring. The process has only 3 steps. Step 1, write. Take a small notebook and briefly describe the problem that is bothering you. Do not write too much. Just a few lines is enough. Step 2, pause. This is the most important step. Take a deep breath and read back what you just wrote with your own eyes. Why? The moment you see the problem on paper, your brain will externalize it. It is no longer an invisible ghost inside your head. It becomes a physical object. At this point, the prefrontal cortex, which is the center of logical thinking, will be activated to help regulate the amygdala, the center of emotion. Step 3, filter. After you can clearly see the problem, apply a filter with 2 questions. Question 1, is this really within my control? And question 2, if yes, what is the smallest action I can take right now? Let's go back to my recent personal example about family so it is easier for you to picture. Suppose I write in my notebook, the relationship between 2 of my loved ones is breaking down. What should I do to fix it? I ask myself, can I control their will? The answer is no. Their connection is their responsibility, not mine. The The result? I cross out that thought, which means I let go. Instead, I ask, so what can I do? I write in my calendar, take the family on a weekend picnic. That is a specific action. The moment you lock in one action, the mental dead end disappears. See that? This is how I filter my thoughts, clearly separating what needs to be let go from what needs to be faced. I have modeled it for you. Now it is your turn to practice it for yourself. If you need more time, do not be afraid to pause the video. Grab a notebook, grab a pen, and do it right now. You will see that once a problem is placed on paper, it is always much smaller than when it is still trapped inside your mind. Real experience is the best proof that it works. Tool 2, mindful pattern interrupt. If the first tool helps you clean up the mess in your head, this second tool will help you stop the thought storm right when it first starts to form. In modern psychotherapy, we call this technique a pattern interrupt, or, in simple words, breaking the thought loop. Your brain is like a piece of software with a bug, running the same endless loop again and again. You cannot escape that loop by thinking about it even more. You need an outside trigger to cut off that chain of thoughts. That is when you need mindful anchors. The way to use it is very simple. Set gentle reminder bells on your phone. You can use well-known apps like Headspace, Calm, or Insight Timer. Set them to ring randomly a few times a day or every 60 to 90 minutes. When that bell rings, no matter what you are doing, whether you are writing an important email or standing in the middle of a meeting, immediately use the 5-second rule. 1. Stop. Stop every action. Stop typing, stop talking, and most importantly, stop thinking about what you are doing. 2. Relax. Drop your shoulders. Relax your jaw. You may be surprised to realize that you have been clenching your teeth or tensing your body without even knowing it. Let your body free fall for 1 second. 3. Breathe. Take a deep breath in and slowly breathe out. Have you got the 3 practice steps? Even while you are watching this video, put down the phone in your hand for a moment, relax your shoulders, and experience it right now. Get ready. 3, 2, 1. Did you feel that stillness? With just 5 short seconds like that, you created a gap between you and your stream of thoughts. Why is this method so trusted and widely used? This is not just empty theory. In the United States, many top global companies have brought these short pauses into their work culture to improve performance. Google is well known for its Search Inside Yourself program, a course on emotional intelligence and mindfulness, where employees are encouraged to take short pauses to regain focus after stressful work hours. Salesforce also has quiet spaces and mindful living programs to help employees stay away from burnout. Even companies like Nike and Adobe have created wellness zones, where employees only need to spend a few short minutes disconnecting from work and taking a few breaths to reset the brain. They understand this. These pauses are not a waste of time. They are how you maintain your most important tool, your brain. So for this pause to become more than just a passing moment, when should you use it in the real rhythm of life? Do not wait until you feel overwhelmed before you start pausing. Treat this as a daily mental care habit. And do not worry about things like, what if I am driving on the highway or sitting in a meeting? The answer is, be flexible. If you are driving, you do not need to close your eyes or stop the car in the middle of the road. Your pause can simply be relaxing the hands that are gripping the steering wheel too tightly, paying attention to your breath while your eyes stay focused on the lane ahead. Mindfulness does not mean escaping reality. It means being fully present with that reality. Finally, do not be too hard on yourself if you miss the bell or cannot stop right away. Think of this as a process of training a life skill. Every time you notice that you are being pulled along by your thoughts and you choose to pause, that is a win. You are no longer a slave to your brain. You are slowly becoming the one who controls it. In short, overthinking is not a disease. It is the result of your brain running on a faulty mechanism caused by the modern living environment. But remember, we do not need complicated or expensive solutions. What you need is discipline with these 2 small tools. One is externalization, to take thoughts out of your head and look at them under the light of logical thinking. 2 is the intentional pause, to reset the rhythm of your own nervous system. I know that at this point, some of you may still feel stuck. Your stream of thoughts may come with extreme emotions such as panic, depression, or images that bring back past trauma. If that is your case, be honest. Self-help is not enough. Sometimes overthinking is not just a habit. It is the mind's defense response to deep wounds. Your subconscious is using thoughts like a wall to stop you from facing pain. In that case, support from psychologists or professional counselors is not weakness. It is the bravest choice you can make to save yourself. If you feel that you belong to this group, seek deeper professional support. As for most of you, the ones walking this journey with Apex, I believe that if you seriously apply the 2 tools above, combined with daily patience, you can absolutely take back control of your mind. Psychology should not be something that gives you more anxiety. It is a key you can apply to life. Before ending this video, I want to invite you to take one pause right now. Let go of your mouse, relax your shoulders, and take a deep breath with me. Thank you for choosing to spend this valuable time understanding yourself. If you have any experiences or any critical viewpoints after practicing, do not hesitate to share them in the comments below. I always read and truly appreciate every response from you. I'm Apex. Goodbye, and I'll see you again in the next videos.